Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, just going to give you a little bit of an update here. I usually put out videos on Sundays. However, this next coming Sunday, I might not have a video for you. I've got to go out of town. My mother's going to be moving, so we've got a lot of packing and crap to do. So might not have a video next Sunday. However, this next week we do have the unveiling of Harley Davidson's new Sportster model. So I am planning to put something out on that day, probably that evening if I can. If anybody's looked at the pictures from the new Sportster that Harley has put out, it looks like they're going to go back to the more classic styling of the Sportster. It's got a little bit of a fairing on the front, and it looks like it's got the Revolution Max liquid cooled engine. I think the big question is going to be whether they use a 1250 cc or a smaller displacement, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's get on with today's video. So the subject of today's video is bikers and tattoos, tattoos and bikers. They go together like Bonnie and Clyde, like spaghetti and meatballs, and trips to Las Vegas and penicillin shots. You usually don't have one without the other. So it makes me think, where did this all start? How did tattoos become part of the biker culture? And you lucky people, I'm going to tell you my personal opinion on this, which of course is open to criticism because it is just an opinion. But I think you have to look back to servicemen of the 1930s and 40s and 50s, coming out of world wars, coming out of wartime. A lot of these servicemen had tattoos. A lot of the sailors, if you look back in pictures, have tattoos. And these guys craved a little excitement. They didn't want to go right back to civilian life, and it was these folks who started a lot of the motorcycle clubs. And as time went on, they got tattoos. I mean, tattoos back in the day, not like they are now, they were worn by people who were more the outlaws, more of the outcasts, the same as the people who drove motorcycles in those days. And over the years, it just kind of evolved and became ingrained in the biker culture. Now, why do bikers get tattoos other than it's part of the culture? I look at it as bikers look to modify their bodies the same as they would modify their bikes. It's just something they want to do. It's a way to express themselves. It's a way to set themselves apart from, the other people in society. Things like that. That's just my opinion, of course. But they also do it in terms of affiliation. You have a lot of people out there who get tattoos of their bike clubs. For example, a lot of outlaw motorcycle clubs, the 1% MCs, a lot of them will have tattoos on themselves just to show where they belong and who they belong to. And over the years, it just grows, and nowadays, having a tattoo, everybody's got them. Now, in thinking about this subject, it kind of got me itching to maybe get a little work done myself, because this week has been crappy weather. I haven't had much of a chance at all to get out this week on the bike. Next week is supposed to be worse. They're talking about 4 to 6 inches of snow next week. So if I can't ride, I thought maybe I should get a little ink done. It's been a while. And if you follow the channel or if you've seen me on Instagram, you know that I have, 1 or 2 tattoos. And I thought, I've got a little space left, so why don't I just go get something simple. I haven't done anything for a while. Get a couple of small pieces of flash done, and just spend my afternoon doing that. And that's what I did. So let's go to the footage. So we're just about ready to go. Just getting a little flash here. Buddy's just out having a cigarette, and then we'll get started. So, how's it going? Am I bleeding too much?
Not yet.
Am I crying too much?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll try and hold off on that as much as I can. I can't promise anything, though. So we got number 1 done, and now it is on to the other side. I don't think the neighbors have called for any screams yet, so we're doing good. Getting the shading done now. She's going quick, this one. Just drilling away. I'm told I'm a bleeder too, apparently. There you go, we got the other one done. I'm gonna clean her up and do a little bandaging. How'd I do? Did I survive?
Oh, you said great.
Good. Got them all bandaged up. Now, the gentleman who was tattooing me there, I'd never met before. He was actually the boyfriend of a girl I work with, and I thought, why not throw him a few bucks? You know, I've had, I don't know how many people drill away on me, so why not him? So it was pretty simple, sat for a couple hours, nothing too hard. But one thing I want to say in this video is that you do not need to have tattoos to be a real biker. And you don't need to have a certain type of motorcycle to be a real biker. That's not what it's about. And I mean, tattoos nowadays, I mean, there's lots of people out there like me who are walking around who look like they belong in a circus exhibit from the 1930s. You know, you're almost more of an individual if you don't have any tattoos, because nowadays everybody's got them. Doctors, lawyers, everybody. So I'll end the video with this. I just want to raise a drink to all you other tattooed freaks out there like me. Hope you're having a good time. Go out there, get a little ink done, what the hell. But here's to you.